Hey y'all, welcome back to another recap of episode 17, Package Deal. Yeah, we talked about this last week. Really just, well, let me start off by saying this is going to be short and sweet because it's me. Because it's me, it's going to be short and sweet. But we talked about package deal. Basically, this is what comes along with your person. Who comes along with your
Yeah.
person? Your family, your friends, all of those people in your ear, everyone that
hmm
has input on what you have going on. Kind of just figuring out how that works for your relationship once you get married. And one of the big ones that most people will probably be just thinking about is kids.
Yeah.
And Olivia threw a doozy in when she talked about the surprise package. So, yeah.
It happens. We don't want it to happen, but it happens. And, sometimes people are not as committed to relationships and shakreek. And then that shakreek comes back with a
There you go.
package. And what do you do?
So, some of the resolves that we came up with were number one, communicate, communicate, communicate.
Mhm.
Communicate with your family. Hey, this is what's going to be going on moving forward. This is the person that's the priority in my life right now. Not saying that y'all are going to be treated like the redhead stepchild and all of this other kind of stuff, or I'm turning my back on y'all, but just know that this person is my priority and the things that go on between us goes on between us, and I'm in this for life. And of course we know that, everything doesn't always work out, but this is my person until we are no longer. The next thing was compromise. So, and that's basically just coming up with something that works. I think Olivia said in the episode, "Hey, mom, we're coming to your house for Thanksgiving, but we're going to my wife's house for Christmas. We're just gonna kind of compromise." Now, listen, and talking about this baby, compromise. I don't know. That's something that y'all. I don't know what the compromise is with this baby. That's something that I would like y'all to drop down in the comments if you have experience with it. Let me know what some of those compromises are. But in thinking about that, just a weird quick story. About so I have a whole set of sisters on the other side. It's a bunch of us
Mhm.
Gola girls. Let me just say Papa was a Rolling Stone. So
Okay.
it's a bunch of Gola girls around the world. So I do remember growing up, my mom was never, even though I have a sister that's the same age as me. She was born in July. I'm sorry, she was born in January and I was born in July. And let me tell you,
That's a
but
story.
no, Papa was a Rolling Stone. But growing up, my mom took me over to spend the night with my sisters. It wasn't something like, oh, well, I'm mad because you had a baby at the same time. I grew up with my sisters, with most of them. I grew up with most of my sisters. So that's just a little tinge of it. But she never talked bad about them, about their mom, even really about my dad. But she wanted us to know each other. Now,
Right.
today we're not as close as we were once, but that's because people have their own lives and they're doing different things. But
Right.
yeah, that's just my little tidbit on that extra baby. And to be honest, I don't know who was the outside baby. I, it was probably me, since I'm the only one. I was clearly the outside baby
But
because.
that goes to show that there can be compromise even in the hard stuff.
Hmm.
Everything can be negotiable. Everything can be worked out as long as you have the mind frame to do it. Your mom thought of you first and wanted
Hmm.
you to know your other half. Point
Mm,
blank.
yeah,
She was mature.
right. She's mature. Our last thing was setting boundaries, with the family. Again, that goes along with that compromise, I think, is setting boundaries. This is what we're going to be doing for the holidays. You're not going to be able to talk out of the side of your neck. You're not going to be able to talk out of the side of your neck to my wife. If you have a problem, come to me. And if she has a problem, she's going to come to me and we'll figure it out. So just know that this is the line and you don't cross it, because I don't want to have to choose between my family and my partner, because we're all
No.
family. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
yeah, nobody does. And I think that that is another kind of thing that we didn't touch on, but that we can say that you being the person that's in between, don't be so selfish to be like, well, I've always had my family. My family is blood. I'm not going to let this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come on now. If you're choosing to be in a relationship with someone, know that that's your family too, and make them
Mm-hmm.
feel welcome just as much. Most of the part, they're probably, and we said this before, family first, because
Mm-hmm.
now you have chose to have your own group of people. And that doesn't mean that you have to delete all the other people. That just means that it shifts a little bit. So if we have
Mm-hmm.
an open mindset going into it, then it would be better for everybody.
We did have some comments, and our faithful commenter agreed with what we said. And basically, this is something that should be talked about in advance. Hey, I'm close with my family. They're going to be over. My mom's going to be living with us. We have family night 4 days out of the week. Are you okay with that?
Does it need to be 2 days out of the week?
Does
Can
it
you
need to be
compromise
one?
on?
Does it need to, does it need to be
Can it
one
be
day?
one at their house and one at our house? Like,
Yeah,
I don't have to be the hub no more. Somebody else can be the hub. But this is my reality.
right. Now, it's kind of hard to talk in advance about this surprise package that Olivia threw in on us, but we did say talk about it as soon as possible.
Mhm.
Because like I said, a lady might have a little more in her heart for a little bit of baby than a 15-year-old. So talk about it as soon as possible.
Yeah. So, we always do the questions and put it out there. And this week, the question was, are you responsible for your mate's family? Like, is that a thing? Should you even be responsible? Is it always? Yes, because once you marry, you're married to the whole thing. Is it sometimes? Is it rare? Is it never? And most of the time, most of the people said, okay, sometimes you're responsible. Like in a situation where your partner, your mate is the caregiver of their mom or whoever, then yeah, you kind of, we in this together, we teammates, we gonna tag team that. You know, um, again, that is something that you could talk about ahead of time, right? So you may be more open to it because you're going into being a caregiver to be a
Mm,
support for your partner, right? But
mm-hmm.
then it was, okay, just a little bit. Nobody ever said never. So most people are okay with the package deal and kind of working with it. I think that sometimes it gets a little bit sketchy or you get pulled a little bit when it's financially. If you're asking me to be
Mm,
100% financially responsible for your family and it has nothing to do with our family, especially if it's cousins and nieces and, all of these other things, where is our finances at first? And
mm-hmm.
can we even be this wholehearted supporter for the whole Jones family, right? So, um, you know, most people say sometimes, not always, but then rarely, and not always, never.
So we want to thank y'all for stopping by with us for this recap. Look out for us on Wednesday. We got a new episode coming up. Love yours. Look out for us. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe too. We want to hear from y'all. Go down in the comments. Let us know. Let's talk about this package, baby, because I know y'all like the drama. We like it too. So remember, not all colorful situations are the same, but you have the power to change your hue.